In our last video, we started programming our gameplay and used a pick random block to have our agent face in a direction of one of the 4 possible hiding places. Now that our agent has chosen where to hide by turning to face a random arm, we can make the agent move to hide at the end of that arm. We can use the agent move block to make the agent move forward to its hiding place. How far forward should the agent move? If we count the blocks, we can see that the agent has to move forward 5 spaces. Let's use an agent move block and set the value to 5. After the agent has gone to its hiding spot, we can now let the player know it's time to search for the agent by creating a title to prompt the player. We can find the Show Title block in the gameplay folder and bring that into our code. We can leave the dropdown as Nearest Player, since that will be the player of the game. In the title value, we can add our prompt. I'll use Find the Agent. We can include a subtitle to add text we think would be helpful in instructing the player. For example, break a wool block. Now that the player has been told to find the agent, we need to give the player a few seconds to try and find where the agent is hiding. So let's add a pause block. This will be the amount of time provided for the player to break one block and attempt to discover the agent. Let's go into our loops folder and bring in a pause block. We want to give the player enough time to move to the end of an arm and mine a weak block. But we don't want to give so much time that the player can search for the agent in multiple places. 5 seconds, or 5,000 milliseconds, is probably a suitable amount of time. We can always adjust this value later as needed. Using a constant for the amount of time in the pause block can also be very helpful, even though this literal value of 5,000 is only used once. So let's make another variable by having a constant called search time defined in the onStart event. Finding that line of code to control how much time the player has to find the agent will be much easier. Searching through a short list of appropriately named constants in the onStart event is much easier than trying to find a single line of code in the middle of a sea of code. Let's grab the search time variable we made and place it inside the pause block. Then, let's type 5,000 in the set search time variable. It's time for another test. With our agent now in a hiding spot, prompting the player to find them and providing time to be discovered, we are ready to continue. In our next video, we will use a conditional statement to determine if we are successful in finding the agent or if the agent won their sneaky attempt to hide.